Hello guys, so in this video we are going to try to do this question, merge k sorted linked list. So this is again a famous interview question, and yeah, let's try to do this. So what we are given in this question are k linked lists. Okay, so we are given k linked list and each linked list is sorted in ascending order. So we are given k sorted linked lists. K sorted linked lists are given. Okay, and what we have to do is we have to merge these linked lists. So let's say the total length of the first linked list is L1, then of the second is L2, L3, L4 and Lk. So after merging, the total length of the whole linked list would be equal to L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus L4 till Lk. So this will be the total linked list that is we have to merge all the elements. So we just have to like make one final linked list which contains all the elements, and that linked list should be sorted. So merge all the linked lists into one sorted linked list and return it. So for example, they have given here we have 1 4 5 1 3 4 2 6. They have merged it and the final linked list is a sorted linked list. They have merged it into a sorted linked list and we need to return the head of this linked list, which is 1. Okay, so k is equal to lists dot length k is 10 to the power 4. Okay, so we have 10 to the power 4 linked list, and let's say that length of each linked list is 500. So we have 10 to the power 4 linked list and each has length 500. So it is 5 into 10 to the power 6. 5 into 10 to the power 6 is the total length of the final linked list. This can be the maximum total length of the final linked list that we can have, max total length. And so as you can see, since we have to merge all these numbers into one final linked list, so the thing is that what is the thing? The thing is that it should uh, like the complexity should be on, or maximum to maximum n log n. So what is the brute force? The brute force is that we check all the pointers across all the linked list and just see and keep track of the smallest pointer, the pointer which has the smallest value, and that will be our next pointer that we need to append to our current linked list, the linked list that we are going to return, the final merged linked list. So let's call it final merge linked list, which is equal to nil. And in Golang we can also initialize it like this, list node. So this will initialize a pointer to a list node, which is this pointer to a list node, and that will be final merged linked list, and we need to return it. And we need to write the code here. Okay, so what we can do is we can do one thing is that we can just brute force, but that would be time limit exceeded. But that gives us a pretty much a good idea how can we approach this question. So if we run the algorithm here, so initially we have all the k pointers pointing to this. So k here is actually 4, and we have an array of pointers. So the first pointer is pointing to this one, the second is pointing to 3, 4, and the fourth is pointing to 2. So out of all these, the smallest is 1. So the smallest is this first pointer. So what we will do is that we will construct the answer, and it will consist of this. So the answer will now point to 1, and the next will now go to 2. So now again we will compare everything. We will again compare all the k pointers. So the first points to 2, the second points to 3, then 4, then 2. And what is the smallest among these? The smallest is, let's say this is the smallest. I mean, these two are smallest, the first and the last, but let's choose this one. So now again 1 will point to this 2, and then again we will just increment this pointer, we will go to the next pointer. Now again we will compare among these values 3, 4, 3, 2. So clearly this 2 is the smallest, so the next one will be 2, and this will again point to the next value, which is nil. Now since it's pointing to nil, we can ignore it, so we can ignore it, no need to consider this. And out of these 3, 4 and 3, the highest value, the smallest value is 3, so this will be 3, and let's say that it will now point to nil, so just ignore this again. And now again out of these left 2, the smallest is 3, so this points to 3, this goes further, which is nil. Now we are left with only this linked list, and we simply append this linked list. So it will be 4, and then it will be 5, and it will be nil. So this is how we do this. This is the brute force, comparing every value again and again. But what will be the time complexity? Since we are comparing all the values all the time, and the length of the this array is k, that is, we have k linked lists. So in each iteration, for all the k values, we are comparing among all the k values. First of all, whatever operation we are doing it for k number of times. No, not even for k number of times actually. We are doing it for total length number of times. What is length? Length is the total length of all the linked lists. So in this case, it is, we know that we have 1e4 linked list and length of each is 500. So length would be of the order 5e6, 5 into 10 to the power 6. So for 5 into 10 to the power 6, we are doing this operation k times, since we are comparing across all the linked list. And what is the value of k? It is 10 to the power 4, which will be 5 into 10 to the power 10. So clearly this n square, or this length into k complexity approach, this will time out. But this gives us a pretty good idea of how we will approach this problem. So instead of like comparing across all the linked list, what we can do is we can push everything into a priority queue or into a min heap. So we push this 2, 3, 4 and 2 into a min heap, and what we can do is every time we will just pick the topmost value, we will pick the first value or the top value from the min heap, which we will know is already the minimum value. This is already the minimum value, and what we will do is we will remove this value, and we will remove this value from the min heap, and actually this would be a pair of minimum value and a pointer to the linked list, pointer to the current pointer to the node, and the value in that node, and pointer to that node. Okay, so yeah, little bit confusion. Okay, so what we are doing is we are storing a pair of value and node. So this value is inside this node. Okay, so this node is just the pointer, and this value is the value in that node, and we are storing every value in a min heap. So just think you have a big box, this is called the min heap box, and you are putting all the values here. So value 1 comma node 1, value 2 comma node 2, and so on. So clearly the smallest value will bubble up on the top. So this value 1 comma node 1 will bubble up on the top, and you know that this value is the smallest value because this is a min heap, this is the smallest value, and we are conditioning our min heap according to this very first value. So it will pop up the very first value, which is the smallest value, pop up the very first pair which consists of the smallest value among all the values. So we know that this is the smallest value, and we now have a pointer to that node. So whatever our current is, we will just point it to that node, node 1, and this is the running current. And what we will do is that we will just pop this value up. So pop this value, and instead in the heap insert a new value, value 3 comma node next. So this value 3 is the value in this pointer node next, and just push it into the heap. So this is the new value that is inserted into the heap. Now again, this, let's call it node 3 actually. So this is the value that is in the heap, and yeah, so now again the minimum value will bubble up on the top. Let's say this is the value that is the smallest value. So now this node 1 will now point to node 3, and this again will point to the next. Now remove this value, node value 3 comma node 3, and push into the heap value 4 comma node 4. What is node 4? It is node 3 dot next. It is node 3 dot next. So this is the new value that is pushed into the heap, and again we will continue the process. So you can see the advantages. So what is happening is this. So if this is the smallest value, our new linked list will point to this value. This is popped from the heap, and the very next value, which is this, we are pushing it into the heap. So now the heap consists of this value and this value. So out of these two, whichever is the minimum, we will now point to that value. Let's say this was the minimum. So now this is popped off the heap, and we are pushing into the heap this next value, which is this value and this pointer. So out of these two, whichever is minimum will now point to the next one. And again, let's say this was the one, and we will remove it, and now this is the left one, we will again point to this. So this is how we keep track of the minimum values across all the heaps. And what is the complexity of this operation? Since at a particular unit of time, at any point of time, we are keeping only k values in the heap, and we are fetching the values from them. So fetching is O1 operation, but putting values inside the heap cost us log k. And since we are doing it for all the k heaps, it would be k. So actually it would be length into log k. Why log k? Why not log length? Because length is for all the values, since we are appending everything to one big list. So we are considering all the elements. So the total size of the list is, let's say, length, which is 5e6 in our case. And at a time, the heap consists of only k values. You can see that it consists of values from each and every linked list, but only the current value, and before that value everything has been in the heap. And yeah, so everything has been popped out of the heap, because so everything has been popped out of the heap, and only one value from each linked list is in the heap. So we have already k values in the heap, and we are inserting one value, so the order is log k. So k is 10 to the power 4, and log k is approximately it would be 10. Log of 10 to the power 4 is approximately 10. So the operation now reduces to 5e7. So earlier we saw that the complexity was 5e10, the brute force. It now reduces to 5e7, and 5e7 will fit in this time limit, I guess. No, I don't guess, I know. Okay, so this is how we solve this question using heap. So in the next video, we will try to solve this question using heap in Golang. Okay, I can easily do it in C++, but that would be no fun. So I will try to do this in Golang using heap, and I don't know how to implement heap in Golang, but I will refer to documentation, and this would be a good exercise for us to see like how can we check the documentation. And yeah, so I hope you like this video, and I will see you in the next one.